Welcome everyone out to Van Sessions at the Monarch. This is Branson Anderson.
Good evening. We'll break the ice with a little blues number here. This is called Architect Blues. This funny little architect wants to build a house with no floor. I've got this funny little architect wants to build a cabin with no ceiling or door. And I've got this heavy, seeking, stinking feeling in my heart. I shouldn't see that little architect anymore. I've got the blueprints in my hand with that little jumbled. I've got the blueprints in my hand with that little yucky and hard to read and befuddled. Makes it so that the architect blues creeps up on me real sneaky, slow and sad and subtle. So I love that funny little architect. Fills me with dread and fear and angst. True love. I'm spendthrift with my plunder. Ooh, I never let an emotion go to waste. Though my little architect isn't done engineering me, I got no complaints. Designs are set in place. You hardly keep your seat. The plans get so obscure. Oh, you can't seem to get no relief. When you're dealing with that funny little architect and you're just a poor wayfaring man of grief. That's what I am. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Branson Anderson on Van Sessions at the Monarch. I want to thank everyone for coming out to this live podcast recording here at the Monarch building, home to artisans and creatives in the heart of Ogden's Nine Rails Arts District. My name is R. Brandon Long, alongside Todd Oberndorfer and Shane Osgothorpe here in the van. We're the Banyan Collective, and this is Van Sessions. Should mention Scott Rogers as well. He helps us mix. Here he is, he's out, right out there with the beard. He helps us mix these, so we appreciate that. Thank you to our host, the Monarch building. Book your wedding, which there's one tonight, or a corporate event at the Monarch. Mention this podcast for a discount. Also, thank you to our granting partner, Ogden City Arts. So, Branson, I've been following you on your socials, and you've been posting that you're basically on a world tour. Of the West.
Yes.
Of the West, yeah. Talk to us about, the places you've been and where you're headed.
Okay, well, I've been playing in South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, quite a lot, as much as I can. They like me out there, so I try to show my face as much as possible.
Are you insinuating we don't like you here?
No, I love it here, but do you love me here?
Absolutely.
I've never known.
Do you love me?
I don't know. It's a different world out there than it is here. I love it here, but I think they like me a little bit more out there.
Well,
so
that's awesome to get. I mean, to get out there and get in front of new audiences.
Yes.
How's the feedback and how's that working for you?
It's working pretty good. I'm doing it full time again now, and I'm trying out new ways of promoting, and I'm a little more shameless than I used to be, and that's helped a lot in getting my music heard.
I love it.
For better or for worse.
No, yeah, it's for better. You got to be a little crazy with the self-promotion. What was that first song?
That was called Architect Blues.
Very good. Liked it. I like that you have a notepad with more notes than I've ever seen on like science test notes. Like so many lyrics written down.
I think I could do it without it, but at this point I've done it ever since I've been performing. So ever since high school, and so I think it's more of a nervous thing for me than it is actual need to remember the words.
I'm just glad it's written down. It's not on an iPad because most of the time
you
get the iPad thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's okay.
I've seen that.
I mean, that's one way to live your life.
I love it. All right, take us into this next song.
All right, I think we'll do a cover song here. You might recognize it.
Okay.
I got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. I don't know what I'm going to do. All I do is sit inside. Oh Lord, that last long day she says goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would die. She do me, she do you, she got that kind of loving, and Lord, I love to hear when she called me sugar daddy. Oh Lord, such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it all over. I've lost my heart, it seems, grown so used to you somehow. Well, I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. I'm in love with a beautiful gal. That's what's the matter with me. I'm in love with a beautiful gal, and she don't care about me. Oh well, I tried and I tried to keep her satisfied, but she just wouldn't stay. Now she's leaving, all I've got to say. I got a crazy little feeling called the blues. Oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All I do is sit inside. Oh Lord, that last long day she said goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would die. She do me, she do you, she got that kind of loving, and Lord, I love to hear when she called me sugar daddy. Oh Lord, such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it all over. I've lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so easy somehow, but I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. Thank you.
Yeah. Branson Anderson on Van Sessions. Again, this is a live podcast. You can find us on YouTube at Van Sessions Pod. Please give us a subscribe. Here's Shane Osgothorpe.
Oh, I don't know what to say, man. There's so many things that I love about this guy. there's a purity and an authenticity and a funkiness to to Branson that I just can't even start to describe.
Thank you.
I never got to hear Hank Williams live. I know I'm an old guy, and I probably should have been around back then, but I missed him by a few decades. But I rarely compare you to anyone, but anyone I would compare you to would be Hank Williams. And so thanks for doing
Thank
that
you.
cover. That was
Thank
amazing.
You. I hope it's true.
Oh, and when I say authenticity, you are a road dog warrior. You're out on the road a lot. You just got back from a tour, Wyoming and Colorado with Sammy Brew. Is that correct?
Yeah.
We did a couple that tour
shows
go?
out there. It was excellent. We showed up. There's a legendary little venue there in Laramie, Wyoming, called the Roughed Up Duck, and it's a very unassuming place. You just wouldn't know how great it is to play in that little spot. And then the Clover Lick Banjo Shop in Fort Collins is the same thing. Just it was -10 outside, and it was this open-faced banjo shop where they build banjos, and they had it all tented off with heaters blasting inside. And so it was, not only was it a great show, but it was just such an interesting experience and a fun time.
And I know you have a couple of other tours coming up. You want to talk about those just a little bit?
Yeah, KJ Ward and Sam and I are planning on hitting the road. And
KJ Ward from the Backseat
from
Lovers,
the Backseat
right?
Lovers,
Ogden
that's right.
boy. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, they're wildly successful now, and so yeah, we're going to be, hitting up Bozeman and Spokane, as far as I know, and then after that in April, May, the Canadian country singer named Corb Lund, he's having me open about a month's worth of shows for him. We're starting in Texas and making our way through Colorado and Arizona and California. We end up in Montana, I think. And so, yeah, just staying busy.
So you're just going to own the West by the time you're done?
I mean, that's the plan. That's right. My hope.
So between all the Road Dog Warrior stuff, you've had time to record, and I think you have a new single coming out. You want to tell us about that? Maybe play it for us?
Yes, I got a song coming out March 8th. It's called Colorado. It's about a man named Colorado, not the state. Music video released alongside with it. I try to make the pre-save link available to anybody who's interested in pre-saving the song. It doesn't really do anything for you, but it helps me out tremendously. And or they say it does. We're going to see. This is my first go around in trying to market a song that way. So we'll see just how well it works with boosting the algorithm or however that works.
Nobody knows.
We're figuring it out as we go.
Right on. Take us into this next song.
I'm playing the good one, Mike. Fighting the good fight. He keeps an ivory-handled razor, cleaned and honed and stropped. He says he loved a girl when he was young and never stopped. He's a centaur on his motorcycle, and he sent you for a little while. You'll see him as he goes out for a ride. I'm told he's lived in every town from New York to Nebraska. They say he's skinning trucks right now from Jersey to Nevada. A roving, raving pilgrim like the winds of cold Chicago. He stays his heart in Tennessee, but they call him Colorado. His saddlebags are stuffed with poetry about his travels, and he sifts through them most constantly like television channels. You can use them for your kindling. When his wheel's no longer spinning, you can see him as he goes out for a ride. And I'm told he's lived in every town from New York to Nebraska. They say he's skinning trucks right now from Jersey to Nevada. A roving, raving pilgrim like the winds of cold Chicago. He stays his heart in Tennessee, but they call him Colorado. you.
Love it so much.
Thank you very much.
Branson, I was doing a little research because we've had you on Van Sessions, I think, twice before. Last time was 2020. Have you grown since an artist or as an artist since 2020?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's hard to say because you don't really see your progress, but
I have an old video of you.
I mean,
you can watch that later.
Well, I mean, pull it up. Pull it up. I mean, I can say I make more money now.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And so that's pretty much all I think about now is money. I used to do this because it was fun, but now I'm at a point where it's all I know, and I'm married now, so that changes things.
Yeah.
But as far as growing, well, I've read a lot more books by now, so I'm better at writing, I think, because of that. As far as the music goes, I don't know. Music is still a mystery to me, how it all works and why we like it.
Well, I love the lyrics behind Colorado.
Thank you.
Did you just sketch those out and then try to put some chords to it? How do you piece your songs together?
Well, it's different every time, but with that particular song, I walked into, I don't know if you care to go into the story. Do you want to hear this story?
That's why we're here. Yeah.
Make a boring story long. I walked into my grandma's house one day, and I have this goofy uncle who was standing there like a gunfighter about to draw on me. And he says, "Well, hello there, Colorado." And like I was an outlaw or something, and so I built this character in my mind named Colorado, who I wanted to make it a Western, but I've already written Western songs, and so I kind of put a twist on it, like it was a neo-Western or a contemporary Western, and so that was what we ended up with, whether it's for better or for worse. But
I love it. I love it. All right, take us into this next song.
Okay, here we go. Well, I think I'll do one. I'm going to have to wet my whistle for this number. This is an old Jimmie Rogers number. All around the water tank, I'm waiting for a train. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, just sleeping in the rain. I walked up to the brakeman just to give him a line of talk, and he says, "If you got money, son, then I'll see that you don't walk." Well, I've not got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Then get off, you railroad bum. And he slammed the boxcar door. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. So he put me off in Texas, a state I dearly love, with the wide open spaces all around me and the moon and stars up above. But nobody seems to want me, nor to let me know a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. Though my pocketbook is empty, my heart is filled with pain. 1,000 miles away from home, just waiting for a train. Yodelay, oh, yodelay, oh, yodelay. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Singing Brakeman.
I love it so much. This is a podcast, actually, Van Sessions. You can find us on YouTube at Van Sessions Pod. And then, Branson, how do we find you? How do all these lovely people follow you on your socials? What, just under Branson?
Just Branson Anderson Music. I try to make it easy to find me. I'm on all the stuff. So just Google my name or look me up on the Instagram or whatever you got.
I love it. All right, you got one more for us?
I got one more.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, here we go. It was down in old Joe's barroom on a corner of the square. They were serving up drinks as usual, and the usual crowd was there. On my left stood that old Big Joe McKennedy. His eyes was bloodshot red. He turned to the crowd around him. These are the very words he said. He says, I went down to St. James Infirmary, and I saw my own little baby there. It had her stretched out on a long white table. Looked so cold, so sweet, so fair. You got to let her go, God bless her. Wherever in the world she may be, might have to search this whole entire wide world right over. You're never gonna find another little sweetheart like me. And so I want 6 crap shooting pallbearers. I want a pretty girl for them sing me a song. Yes, and put a jazz band upon my hearse wagon. Raise some hell as I stroll along. And so it's zee-dee-dee-dee-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. And zee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-ba-da. Zee-dee-dee-dee-dee-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Zee-dee-dee-ba-ba-boom. And so, now that you have heard my whole long story, and I could take another little shot of booze. Yes, if anybody should ever come in here for to ask you, tell them you got those old St. James Infirmary blues. You got to let her go, God bless her. Wherever in the world she may be, might have to search this whole entire wide world right over. You're never gonna find another little sweetheart like me. Thank you.
Branson Anderson on Van Sessions. Branson, you are something special, man. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone, for being here for this live recording of Van Sessions, Final Van Sessions podcast by simply searching Van Sessions podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast app. Also find us on Instagram at Van Sessions. Thanks again to our host, the Monarch Building, and to our granting sponsor, Ogden City Arts. We'll see you on the next Van Sessions.